Heintz Boy Garage is the show to watch. If you don't like me, you can suck.
What's up? It's Friday, and we're here at the HBG, and I'm just getting started here on the second caliper mount bracket thing, caliper bracket, because the first one is done, but I didn't record any of it because it took me about 2 weeks to finish the damn thing, just because I wasn't here very often and it took forever. It'd probably be easier with a different spindle, a different knuckle, but the Supra knuckle along with the CTS-V caliper, just they don't really line up very well, so it works. It's not pretty, but it works. Here you can see my bracket, so it bolts, oh my. So it bolts with these three, and as you can tell, it's mounted in tension, so like these go from the back side forward, and this goes from the front side backwards, so this bracket will not come off. I shouldn't ever have to take it off, so I didn't want it to be able to be taken off, but I still want it to be bolted on because I don't want to weld to this cast iron, which sucks. So those three bolts are the ones that hold it to the knuckle, and then these two bolts are the caliper bolts, and as you can see, I got it pretty beefed up. I welded another piece on here so that it butts up against the knuckle in case one of these bolts was to get weak or anything like that, so this should be plenty strong. So now I just have to replicate it. We're gonna make this quick because my phone is at about 5% battery. So, I hammered down today. It's getting late, it's past supper time, but I wanted to get these done because I don't like doing these. I haven't liked doing these for the last 2 weeks. It makes me not want to come here. So I hammer them out so that they're done with. So this is the final product, and we got away with minimal damage to the calipers. Scratch here and some paint missing here, but this was the one I used for mocking up, and that one is basically has like no scratches on it at all. You can see this one looks like brand new because I really didn't do anything with it. So I don't know, I might get some little silver touch-up paint or something just because that bothers me. But this is the final product. They aren't the prettiest thing because, you know, I don't have access to a CNC machine, which would be badass, and they don't make bolt-on kits for this caliper on this knuckle with this rotor. So I took it upon myself to make those. So tomorrow, that means I get to move on to probably the roll cage. So we might make some rocker boxes and get started on that. So we will see you there. Peace. Update, my feet are still warm. It's cold! The heater's on. It's 30 degrees in the garage. Negative something outside. It's cold. But I'm here anyway. Because I have a duty to fulfill. And that is to get my shitbox done so that I can skid it. And also give my dad his garage spot back. Yesterday my feet were cold and I was using this heat gun to warm them up. My dad's a nice man, and he just bought me boots and these super warm socks. I didn't even ask him, he just did it, so that's awesome. Thanks, Pa. Finally getting warmed up here. It's Saturday, and my dad just brought in some packages that we had at the post office since they don't deliver to our house anymore because the mail person is dum-dum. So here's what I got. I got some loot. So I got these 3-inch to 2.5-inch adapters for my headers so I can cut the collector back and put them in the right direction. Alternator relocation bracket so I can have more room for my turbo. Oil filter relocation kit because my header hits my filter right now. And I got 2 coolers, one for oil, one for power steering. They said they were rated for power steering. I doubt them, but we're gonna do it anyway. I got one of these little swivel water neck thingies here so I can have more room for my rear mount radiator setup. And 2 little firewall battery terminal thingies so I can get rid of those wires touching those sharp holes on my back of my cab. So as you can see, these are done except for this one. I forgot to shave the pads, and what I mean by that is the pad, you might be able to see it, but the pad overhangs like a 1/4 inch over the edge of the rotor just because these calipers are meant for 14-inch rotors and these are only 13-inch rotors. So I gotta shave a little chamfer on them so they don't get a big lip and then make a lot of noise. So originally I was gonna start on the roll cage today, but I didn't know all that stuff was gonna be here. So I think we will do the alternator first to see what kind of room we have for the little guys that flow water to my engine passages, otherwise known as radiator hoses. What the fuck? Too big, what the fuck? Why am I not using power tools? I don't know. How many different bolt sizes do you need? I got one bolt in just so I wasn't super confused and I looked over the directions because I didn't want to be extra confused and run around for tools and stuff on camera. There's a lot of meticulous unwrapping of things, so I'm probably just going to cut this whole part of the video out until I start putting them on. Well, we finally got it on. It didn't take crazy long, but I didn't realize that it was telling me to use the spacer, and I'm like, this bolt is either too short or too long. Bear with me, there might be a little wind noise. But we got this whole bracketry thingy on here. I got my little swivel thermostat housing, and I'm sad because since I have the heater core still, and I need heat. I live in Iowa. I need heat to be able to drive this thing often. So I was gonna have this go down here, and I have a 1.5 inch piece of tubing to demonstrate. It was gonna be perfect. It was gonna go here. The tube would go under the motor mount, and same with this one. Oh god, here we go, free cam. And then this one was gonna go under the oil filter, under the motor mount, run along, both of them run along the sides of the frame, the inside of the frame rails, and then back to the radiator. But now I'm gonna have to think of something else. So I'm kind of toying with the idea of right here, which kind of sucks because then I can't get to this bolt back here, but I think that's what I'm gonna have to do. So it's up in the air now. I got the oil filter relocation thing kind of set up a little bit. I was just messing with it. I got it on the block, and then I got the filter on the relocator guy, and my stock Mustang filter works. This is a cop car filter, so it's shorter, and I needed that to clear my my frame, but now since it'll be upside down up here somewhere, I can run a full-size filter, and that's badass. I don't even have to get a different filter. So right now what I'm doing is I'm working on taking this steering gearbox out, which means the tie rod has to come off of the knuckle and something else. I'm not really sure. Oh, I gotta drain the power steering as well. The stock steering box is out. I was messing with that for a little while. Made a complete mess. You can see some of it there in the trash, which I will move appropriately, but it was just leaking, so I put it in the trash. And my little, what do they call those, drag links or whatever? I don't know what that is. It's old school bullshit. And I trimmed out a little more. That other thing over there is plastic that goes right here, because I'm fitting up these, those Mishimoto dingleberries over there. But then I stopped myself because I don't need to do that yet. So this is a moment I've been waiting for a while. I think I have everything figured out. I think I know where my radiator hoses will go to the back. I'm pretty sure I know where to put the wiring harness. I know where to put the coolers. I know where to put the intercooler. I know where to route it all. And the exhaust, I have an idea for that. I'm going to try to put it down here so it'll come off the turbo and then ride on top of the valve cover and this shock tower here. And then I'm going to have to hit out the firewall a little bit, but hopefully it can fit back down there, and I might have to put a little groove in this little gusset here, and then I'll have to move my catch can maybe somewhere up here or over there and get one that's long, not tall. And then I'll have to redo the strut brace, and I'm thinking put it up here, do like a firewall mount so it mounts from here to here and have a big plate on the backside, bolt through. I am done for the day. I rode over here with my girlfriend to my dad's house, and she's getting ready to go home, and I'm getting ready to go home, so we're just gonna go home. But I got some good progress done. The only thing I didn't film that I did right at the end was take the upper control arms off. So I'm trying to figure out what I want to do there, because I know the upper control arms have to go up at least 4 or 5 inches. So I'm going to have to figure out a way to make that happen in a compact, strengthy manner. I got to make it strong. I got to make it compact. So I'm going to take some pictures of that so I can refer back to it at home, because that's what I like to do. I like to just stare at pictures and then I go, and then it happens, and then I build stuff and it works. So I'll do that, and I think I'll be back tomorrow, Sunday. Tomorrow is Sunday. That wasn't a question whether tomorrow was Sunday or not. My question is, will I come back tomorrow or not? I'm not sure. But we'll see you in the next video. Peace! What is that? I meant to go for this. Peace!
Indubitably, sir.